Hey guys, it's Radcliffe and I'm so happy to have you back here on my YouTube channel. It's been a week and I have to say I've really missed you guys. But I think in this last week I've actually gotten a little better looking. Okay, all jokes aside, today we're going to be talking about a very serious, possibly even life-changing subject. I am going to be showing you how to make the elusive Persian rice with tahdig. Now some of you might be thinking, how is this going to change my life? Let me tell you. If you're trying to marry that Persian man you've been dating, this will guarantee a ring on your finger. If you hear the Persian music pumping next door and you want to go to that party, this will get you in. If you find yourself in a hostage situation, this will save your life. Now, without further ado, let me show you how we're going to change some lives. Alright guys, so I have 3 cups of basmati rice. Now, the brand does actually matter, so I will put a link below on a few of my favorite basmati rice brands that you can buy at your local market or better yet, your international market. So what we're going to do is put your 3 cups of rice in a large mixing bowl, and we're going to fill it up with water, and you're going to stir it up like this with your hands. What we're looking for is that murky, starchy water. Every time you see that, you're just going to drain it out. Now we're going to keep on repeating this process until the water becomes completely clear. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to remove all the excess starch from the rice. The starch actually prevents the rice from getting fluffy in the cooking process. So we're going to keep on doing this. It usually takes about, I don't know, maybe like less than 10 times. This is not a very easy process, but it's worth it. All right, guys, so that's pretty good. You can see a little bit of the starch still, but that's fine. It's not going to be completely clear, but you want to get it as close as possible. So once I do this, I'm just going to leave it in the water, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of salt. Give that a good mix, and we're just going to let this sit for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to fill my pot up with water, and we're going to boil the water. Okay guys, so while my rice is soaking, I'm going to fill a large pot up with water. Now, let me pause for a second. It does really matter what kind of pot you use. You want to make sure that it's non-stick, and you want to make sure that it's large enough for the amount of rice that you're making. I'm going to be putting in the description below what kind of pots that I like to use, and you can either go get those or you can get a pot that's similar. Okay guys, so now that I have my pot filled with water, I'm going to turn on my heat. I'm going to let this boil. I'm going to want to add a bunch of salt. You want to make sure that your water is heavily salted. And just let that sit and let it boil. Okay guys, so my water is boiled. Now it's time for me to add my rice to the boiling water. I'm just going to rinse out the excess salt that I have in my water. Okay, and now we're just going to add this into our boiling water. Get all that good stuff out.
stir. Now we're going to parboil this for about 5 to 8 minutes. The way that you can check this is that after about 5 minutes, you take a couple grains out and you're going to taste it. If it's mushy on the outside and harder in the inside, that means it's ready and you can drain the water. Okay guys, so my rice looks like it's all ready. You want your rice to look like it's boiling up to the top like this, like kind of in like a circular motion. That generally means that it's ready to go and you can now strain your rice. So I'm going to take my rice, I'm just going to strain it into a strainer. Woo! That is hot. And then I'm just going to splash a little bit of cold water onto my rice so that it partially stops the cooking process. I'm going to take my pot back to my stove here. I'm going to put it back on medium-high heat. We're going to add about a couple, maybe like a tablespoon and a half of ghee. And I also like to mix it with a little bit of olive oil. Don't be shy with the fat here, guys, because that is what's going to give you that really crispy tahdig. So now that that's melting, I'm going to grab my rice. And I'm going to start pouring that back into my pot. All right, so here's the key, guys. When you're making Persian rice, you want to make sure that you always keep your rice in like a dome shape. This is going to make sure that your rice gets steamed properly. After that, you're going to poke a little holes throughout your rice. This will also make sure that your rice gets enough steam throughout the whole thing evenly. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more olive oil on top. And then you're going to take a clean dish towel, place it over there on top, and you're going to pound that pot. And then bring your dish towel up so that it doesn't catch on fire, because we all know we don't want any more fires in California. And you're going to put this on medium-high heat for about 10 minutes. The way that I can tell that it's ready to be lowered in the heat is that I'll start to see a lot of steam rise up from the top of the lid. And I'll show you guys how that looks like. Alright guys, so on the top here, I don't know if you can see in the video, but it is definitely steaming from the top. I also like to check my pot another way, and that's with licking my finger and giving it a light tap. If it sizzles, that means that it's ready for it to be changed to a lower temperature. So I'm just going to bring this down to a medium-low, low to medium-low heat, and I'm going to let this sit for about 35 minutes. Okay everyone, my rice has been cooking now for about 35 to 40 minutes. I've taken it off the stove, and now it's time to reveal the moment that everyone has been waiting for. Okay, I wish you guys could get a close-up of this, but can't show you that at this moment. But this looks absolutely beautiful. I can already tell that it's going to have a beautiful crust. So I have a
huge plate here, you want to make sure that your plate is a little bit bigger than your pot, because I'm actually going to, brace yourself, flip this bitch. Excuse my language, but I like to throw a little profanity in there sometimes. Now, if you don't have a plate that's large enough for your pot, you can also just scoop up the rice, place it in your plate, and then you can break up the tahdig and just kind of, you know, either put that on its own plate or sprinkle it on top or place it on top of your rice, whatever you want to do with it. So I'm going to flip it, and here we go. This is like make or break time. All right. Now, my mom always told me to make a wish whenever you flip it. I don't know why, but it's stuck with me since I was a kid. So, I'm making a wish. All right, it was a good one. It was a good one. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, wow. That is perfect. This is a beautiful crust. I mean, I wish you guys can hear this. It's just nice and thick, and it's ready to be served. All you have to do is just break it up, serve it however you like. And that's it, guys. That's it. It's not really that, like, it takes a little while to make, but I promise you that it's absolutely worth it. It's absolutely delicious. Everybody loves it, and I'm sure it's going to save your life at some point, like we mentioned earlier. Please make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more healthy and easy recipes. I'm going to skip out the healing part on this video because this is not necessarily healing, but you get my drift. Thanks, guys. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye.